We now return to Let's Play Avernum. Even though no one has told me to, I'm gonna go over to Tetra. Or whatever that says. Now there is some water here. I could take my boat along. Katra, rather. Not Tetra. Okay. I guess that's it right here. Ooh. The thing across the river looked interesting. Okay, here's something back here. Two people were brought to this open space in the walls of the city and murdered. Their bodies have been here for weeks. Very odd. Maybe someone in town would be interested. Nothing else there. I've been collecting a lot of crap. So, we have a mystery afoot before we've even entered the city. What is that? Nothing, just ground texture. Ta-da. Okay, so there's nothing else here. There's another dock where I can buy another boat. Okay, let's go in here. This is what? What's that on the ground? A broom. Thread that I probably don't need, but I'll take it. Guard, what is over here on the table? Just that cloak, I guess. Okay. Katra tunnels. Sages and authorized agents of Avernum only. We'll go down there later. Guard. Guard. Nothing special in there. Who is that? Gnats. A young woman wanders around the courtyard, preoccupied. She wears a brightly colored dress and is in quite a good mood. She nods to you. Good day, warrior. I'm Nance. Off from the weapon shop today and enjoying the town. I hope the weather is to your liking. She smiles. Good day to you. Enjoying your walk? Oh yes, this is my day off. Normally I trade off days with Elspeth? Elspeth? Yes. We own the weapon shop and run it together. Oh, then you must know Elspeth well. Nance smiles shyly. Yes, very well. On the surface and here as well, they threw us through the portal into Avernum together. Why? As I said, we are close. I don't know what the Empire's reason for sending you into Avernum was, but you have learned ours. For a moment her cheery mood breaks and her eyes show a cold glint of anger. Let's pester her some more. You work in the weapon shop? Is that your normal trade? No, sadly I prefer to work with magical crafts. However, I lack... I'm gonna have to go collect more crap, aren't I? However, I lack the proper materials, and the last person I knew of who tried to improvise down here met an ugly fate. Sounds interesting. Tell me about it. He tried to use an enchanted crystal to reverse the portal to Fort Avernum. Use it to create a gateway back to the surface. I don't know what he was thinking. The experiment drove him nearly mad. I know a mad sage. The crystal got left behind in Fort Avernum, and I know about a crystal. That's that guy back in, Formello, I think. Where did the enchanted crystal come from? Nobody knows. Strange blue crystals were scattered down here when the first humans arrived in Avernum. They're called wisdom crystals. When you stare deep within them, they talk to you, whisper things. I think I've had one and it gave me experience. Shit, did I have to... Is that a quest? Who made them? Nobody knows. I'd like to meet their makers, though. Whoever they are, they really knew how to enchant crystals. What happened to it? I don't know. When I met the poor fellow later, he said that he left it at the base of a statue. For what that's worth. If I'm ever back at Fort Avernum, I might look for it. Oh, it's back at Fort Avernum, is it? Okay. So I'm looking for a statue back at Fort Avernum. Please do not walk on the plants. Jenny. There's a pregnant woman with long blonde hair behind the counter. A pungent smell comes from the pot bubbling by the fire behind her. She says, "Welcome to my shop, wanderer. I am Jenny, alchemist of Katra. I have potions for sale, not love mixtures or other such nonsense. My brews are the real item." What are you cooking up? I brew a wide variety of different potions. I am an alchemist by trade. It is a difficult craft, as we who practice it tend to jealously guard our secrets. What sort of secrets are you looking for? I happen to have some. An excellent question. The greatest mage in Avernum, or so it is told, is named Erica. It is said that she has a tower far to the west, but I know not where. If you could locate her tower and tell me where it is, I would pay you a finder's fee. You haven't gone to see Erica yourself? Heavens no, that is a difficult journey to begin with, and with all the wars going on and the condition I'm in, I would be lucky to make it halfway there. No, for now I will be content with the secrets I already know. Tell me more about Erica. I've heard many rumors, but facts are few and far between. She came down here decades ago, accompanied by many other powerful wizards from the Empire. Patrick, Solberg, Archmage Linda, that lot. She gives you an appraising gaze. You might wish to seek her out for your own reasons. Why? She has true power, and, from what I heard, true ambition. I can see in your eyes that you are the sort who wishes to do more than just rot down here. If I read you true, find Erica. Can you teach me some alchemy? She smiles apologetically. I'm afraid I don't sell my secrets. However, there is a mage visiting who mentioned having some skill in alchemy. He's been staying around the bar. His name is Koenig. You might ask him. When are you expecting? In 3 months, I hope. Thank you for asking. I am nervous, as you can well imagine. What worries you? Motherhood is terrifying in the best of times, but here, in the underworld, she sighs, and yet, for all its misery, this is our land. If we don't have children, we have truly surrendered to the Empire. Well, let me see what potions you have. Nothing really special. Shielding potions might be nice. I see some tongs. Are they takeable? Yes, they are. And there's something on the ground here. It looks like a trowel. Useless. So wait a minute, can I just take these? No, it's not my property. I can steal everything and... Whoa, good grief. I can steal everything else in the game, but I can't boat jack. You enter the Katra boatworks. Small craft are everywhere in various stages of construction. When completed, they will be put on logs and rolled down to the water. It's very impressive. Avernum boats are small skiffs, built from the light spongy wood of the strange fungal cavewood trees. They float quite well, though boating on the subterranean rivers is perilous even in the best of conditions. Yeah, you might not be able to get out of the damn boat. Tools! Do I need tools? I don't know, but I'm collecting them. Pincers and tongs right now, but I may need tools in the next shift. Next quest. Hammers! Too late. I will take that saw, and that's 3 of those. Let's talk to Eduardo. You see a heavy man with a peg leg. He wears an eye patch, but you can't help but notice that he occasionally lifts it and looks at things with both eyes. When he sees you, he leans against one of his boats and adopts a confident piratical pose. "Arr, welcome to me shop. I am Eduardo, and I craft the ships that sail the dark and steady. Oh, God. I craft the ships that sail the dark and deadly underseas. Tell me about the dangers of the sea." "Arr, I used to sail the underground seas, fishing and exploring. Then the sliths started attacking. Good Lord. I can't read it all tonight. Since then, business has been slow." Tell us what you know about the sliths. We never even heard of them on the surface. Not surprising, they only exist down here. They were here when we got here. I've heard that some of them are friendly to humans, but most of them hate us. They eat us and attack our boats. That's pretty much it. Arr. And it was a slith that took your leg? Nay, 'twas a sea worm. It slithered up from the depths, and its sharp fangs tore the poor fellow clean off. Sea worm? Aye, few believe they are real, but they are. They lurk far below, fearing the lights of the humans, but mark my words. If they ever come near the surface in numbers, no sailor will be safe. Only walkin' for ye. This is a fine workshop. Aye, 'tis needed to make boats. Fine watercraft fit to sail the seas. Well, the lakes, rivers, you know. I've got one ready to purchase. You look tough enough to brave the danger, matey? And a bargain at 250 coins. All right. Arr, now you are free to sail the high seas. On to the water you go. Arr. He hands you the deed to one of the boats on the docks to the south. You can now board it. You know what? I didn't even bother to see if this way was going to be blocked off, because maybe I could take that boat from elsewhere, back in Silvar. Damn, those tongs are stealable? What the hell am I saying? Andrew! You meet a teenage boy. He's busy eagerly working with some lumber. You watch him easily sling around the tools and boards. He's an extremely strong kid, almost remarkably so. He gives you a nod as he hauls the load of wood. Welcome to the boatworks. I'm Andrew. Apprentice... I couldn't even finish that. Apprentice Andrew. What are you making? Looks like a boat. Just working on the boats, spreading tar, filling holes, following Eduardo's orders. So, what is Eduardo like? His eyes widen. He's alright, I guess. Doesn't beat me much. Lets me sleep 6 hours a night. Plus, his voice lowers to a whisper, I hear he was a pirate. Ask him about it. He'll tell you many exciting tales of the sea. Doesn't sound like you like working for Eduardo. He lowers his voice. No, I don't. I'm saving my coins to buy a sword and suit of armor. Wow, that'd be great. I could see the world. And if some heroes come along, I could help them. I'm real strong and I'm great with tools and traps. And I can use a spear, too. Sure could be great on adventures. Golly. Can I actually take a fifth? You could come with us. Andrew looks you over. He notes your scars and many dents and scratches on your armor. He rapidly finds how great a distance there is between dreams of heroism and the reality. Thank you. I still need to save up coins for a good weapon. Someday. I should go back to work. Coward. Nothing else to get my grubby little fingers on. The boat works. Okay, what is this? What is this sign? Elspeth. This is Elspeth's place. You see a lethal-looking woman in a leather baldric. You can see the outlines of daggers of varying sizes through her clothes. Considering the dangers of Avernum, you can understand her wanting to be well armed. I'm Elspeth, and blades and armor are my trade, and if you don't mind me saying, you look like you would know a good weapon if you saw it. Okay, tell me about your wares. I deal in armor and weapons, and if you have any supplies you don't need, you can sell them to me. What with the lizards around, business has been very, very good. What lizards? The Slith Zerakai, that's what they're called. They all live to the west, and they've been warring for some time, them and their foul king. Like we didn't have enough trouble with the Nephilim, and the Nepharim. She looks back at the wide variety of weapons on the wall. Yes, it's been a two-front war, but we're holding them off pretty well. Better than some. Who's the king of the Slith Zerakai? The beast is called Sithis. He sends the barbarian Sliths out to hunt us all. I'm told there are some Sliths to the south who don't follow Sithis. But I've never met one. What's the difference between Nephilim and Nepharim? The Nepharim are like Nephilim, but bigger and sterile. Like mules. Don't know much about them except that they're nasty. Captured a bunch of our people the other week. She sighs and then starts fingering a knife up her sleeve. We'll pay them back, mark my words. Okay, let me see the armor. Nothing I can't do without. Let me look at your weapons. Disappointing. Can I sell you some stuff? Okay, well, I didn't get too much money from that. Whatever. Wish you good fortune and victory over your foes. What do you have in here? Nothing Nothing on the ground. Let's come down here. Okay, let's actually go back over here to the Katra warehouses. Keep out. Hooray! We picked the lock. Now we can dig around for spoons. Apparently they are stockpiling spoons and broken weaponry. No, I want the barrel. Ooh. I bet even though she's not looking at me, she'll see me if I steal that. Who cares? And 8 copper coins, wow. You guys lock the doors for this crap? Well, there's a flawed crystal. It's just out in a public barrel. Steal! Okay, there's a trap door, which I imagine goes down to the sewers on the other side. Elizabeth. An aging, raven-haired woman tends bar. She wears a dress made of gray homespun cloth, which must chafe her terribly. Her dark hair contrasts sharply with the porcelain whiteness of her skin. She motions for you to sit at the bar. I'm Elizabeth, and this is the Dark Lake Pub. If you're heading west, it's the last place to get a decent ale before the slith lands. What services can I buy? I sell food and drink, mushroom ale, and decent rations. Just the thing for warriors just off the road. Heard any rumors which would be of benefit to adventurers? Well, not much. Actually, I have heard tales of a crypt to the north. Some merchants stumbled upon it. Nobody knows who built it or when, and nobody can find out either, because the front gate is always closed. Where is it? A fair way to the north, out of the eastern galleries and into the tunnels. It's in Nephil lands, which keeps the more casual treasure hunters out. So... We probably already, do you think that's what she's talking about? Maybe not. Maybe if I go around here, I'll find something. Okay. Well, let's go in here and talk to Koenig. You see a man in flowing robes, his polished hardwood staff close at hand. He doesn't seem to appreciate your attention. He stares into his bowl of mushroom broth and pretends you aren't there. When your staring finally becomes impossible to ignore, he sighs and says, I'm Koenig, what do you want? What brings you here? I'm looking for the Crystal Cave, and I prefer to be left alone at the moment. Sorry to disturb you. What can you tell me about this cave? It is a legendary, dangerous cave filled with powerful crystals. I've heard of it from time to time, and if I knew of it, I wouldn't tell you. Now, please excuse me. Okay, I need to talk to you about alchemy. I heard that you know something about alchemy. Alchemy? His dour face twists into a slight smile. Ah, you must have been speaking with Jenny. What I was saying was that a man named Kortath... What the hell are you talking about? A man named Kortath just found some interesting new recipes using gray mold. If you're interested, last I saw him, he was in Fort Dovno. This was some time ago, however, and he'd said he was planning to head north, looking for some isolated cave far from a city where he could do his research. Kortath had an apprentice in the Tower of Magi. She might know more. Okay, you seem like a wizard. Do you know any spells I could learn? I know one very powerful ritual of warfare. Normally I would charge a great fee for your teaching of it. For the teaching of it. However, I sense that you are strong and capable of great things. Thus, I will teach you for free in the hope that my assistance can help change the world. Please continue. The cell in which I live and study is below this inn. He quietly mutters a word of command. The door will now open for you. You may study the tome within. Now go forth, do great things, and leave me alone. You suppose that's this thing? Probably. Let's talk to Asp. A young man with cold, expressionless eyes sits well back in the corner. He's hard to make out in the shadows. He slowly looks up and down. Looks you up and down. He slowly looks you up and down. Then he says, what do you want from Asp? What brings you to the Dark Lake Pub? Just passing through. Did you know that there are 2 dead people in East Wall? No, I had no idea. Good day. He probably did it. Can I speak with you? Prefer solitude. Good day. Okay. What the hell do you mean? It's like right behind me. Stupid pathing. Okay, can you come back in now? And look through that. That's just useless. Useless crap. Okay. Down we go. I'm saving before I do that. The door will open. Hooray! Let's take advantage of his generosity. Spine shield. Energy potion. Several parchment scrolls on the shelves. Decipher them. Cloak of curses. Okay. Anything on the ground? Incense. Pillow. I'm not entirely sure that was worth the effort. Talking statue. Do you suppose? This is a statue of a bent old man. When you look at it closely, you see it is looking back at you. Hello, statue. You try to get the statue to respond to you, but you don't know what to say. Eventually, you get frustrated and give up. No, I wanted to click the ground. Because someone that we just talked to said something about something being in front of a statue. Something tells me if I take those, this thing is watching that door and will come after me. Wow, did I not even go in here? I guess I didn't because I went all the way around to the back. Okay, let's go look in that. Mushrooms. What is that on the ground? Javelins. I think I'm running out of those, actually. And that all looks worthless. Anything on the ground? Job board. Delivery to Formello. I was sent from the Tower of Magi portal to deliver a tome to Miles of Formello. Ah, that's right, there are portals. I forgot about those. I just haven't gotten the ability to go through them yet. I came to Katra by mistake, and I must be going west to gain knowledge of the Slith Zerakai. I left the tome in the concealed chamber outside the pylon chamber. Whoever can collect the tome and deliver it to Miles will be rewarded. The Slith Menace. An outpost of Slith Zerakai has been established on an island southwest of Katra, uncomfortably close to the city walls. Killing the commander there will tell these creatures to keep to their own lands. When the deed is done, report to the mayor of Katra for your reward. Fort Dranlin. A sealed letter has been pinned to the board addressed to Commander Rosie, Fort Dranlin. A note below adds payment upon delivery. Nephilim Camp. A small group of Nephilim have been sighted camped northwest of Katra. They are hostile and must be driven back. When the deed is done, report to the mayor. The concealed chamber. Well, there are a couple doors we have not gone through yet, and this is City Hall. Paul. A wiry, nervous man sits behind the desk. He has long frazzled hair and an aggressively growing bald spot. I'm Paul, he mutters. I'm Mayor Steele's secretary. What do you need? Excuse me, can I speak with Mayor? I am the secretary of his lordship, Mayor Steele. If you have some business with him, you have to go through me. But he's pretty busy with this prisoner business. You'd have better luck in the library. Where's the library? Door to the right. Not much there, mostly records. But who knows, you might find a magic scroll. Anything's possible. I'd like to know more about Katra. Then you are free to wander the paths of our fair, if war-torn city. As for me, I'm busy. You son of a bitch. Can I speak with the mayor? I want to speak with the mayor. Normally he loves to see people, however the Nephilim to the north are holding some of our men prisoner. It'd only bother him if it's really, really important. He's only been thinking about the prisoners, so I need to go fulfill that quest, I guess. And I can't do anything with that. Well, I'm gonna go through here anyway. Katra will never fall. Okay, a gray-haired man is hunched over his desk, muttering to himself. He wears impeccably clean wool clothes, probably recently arrived from the surface. A sash hangs from his shoulder, and he wears a gold amulet around his neck. As you approach, he gives you a cold, calculating gaze. After evaluating how useful you might be to him, he says, I heard rumors, wandering adventurers, a new warrior passing through our gates. I am Mayor Steele, leader of Katra. I may have work for you. You are Mayor of Katra? Obviously, I lead one of the 6 large cities of Avernum, and the city closest to both wars against the Kitties and the Sliths. So if you will excuse me, I have to get back to my planning. There's much to do and no time to do favors. Tell me about the Sliths. Savages, barbarians, lethal. They control the lands to the west beyond Fort Dranland, and they are determined to kill us all. Much of the war against them is directed from within these walls. What sort of favors are asked of you? Since I am on the council, I at times have the ear of King Micah. Many ask me for a crown token so that they can enter the castle and see the king themselves. Such tokens are rare, and owning one is a true privilege. Did you know that there are 2 dead, murdered people in the east wall? I had no idea. I'll have the captain of the guard look into it when he has time. He calls in a soldier who runs off to start the wheels of justice moving. I suspect that little will come of it, though. My best guess? Nephilim assassins. It's happened before. You mentioned you have work for me? So... I guess I got... whatever. Anyway, I didn't get anything for turning that in. He looks up from his work. The Nephilim and Nephirim have a fort to the north on the far end of a lake. They've been giving us all kinds of grief. The biggest disaster happened about a week ago. They captured 10 of our soldiers. We don't think they're dead yet, but who knows how long it would be before the Kitties get hungry. I'll tell you something. If anyone could rescue the prisoners, we'd reward them well. You only want the prisoners rescued? That'd be enough to please me. Nephirim are powerful warriors. I would not expect such a small force to fight such a number of them in their lair. Anything I should know about the Nephirim? They're strong, very strong. If you want to rescue my soldiers, you should find a way to sneak in and not confront the beast directly. Okay. Well, that was all fascinating. More goodies. Okay, let's go look at this other place up here. To the tunnels. So this must be where the portal is then. Gonna save. Toolbox. This box is full of scrolls, notes, and ledgers sent here from the Tower of Magi. It's quite a jumble, and a lot of papers appear to have been here for a while. The crude papyrus made in the underworld doesn't take long to crumble. You search through this stuff looking for something that might aid you in your dangerous adventures. You don't find anything powerful, but you do find a book wrapped in a sheet of lizard skin. It's addressed to Miles of Formello. Okay, that's the thing that I need for that quest. Tamus. When you enter this small workshop, you see a stone pylon at the far end of the chamber. It is glowing faintly, highly charged with energy. It's so distracting that you run smack into the young apprentice walking out of the room. He's startled to see you. He says, I'm Tamus. I don't think you should be here. Who are you? I'm Tamus, didn't I say? Why shouldn't I be here? Because the pylon, it can be dangerous. Magic. Only those who have been trained should dicker with it. What does it do? It moves you around Avernum very fast. Portal magic. Maybe I shouldn't tell you. Where can I get training? At the Tower of Magi, south. If they will teach you. They probably won't. No offense. Goodbye. What? Oh, yes, goodbye. He walks off to the side. I don't trust Tamus. He appears to be gone, though. So I can loot the place. Clay bricks. Better not need those. Wait, is that on the table? Radiate ice. Okay. What is this? Oh, okay. Right. So, yeah, that thing. I can get there from my boat back here. I wonder if I could get there from the boat I just bought. See, I didn't even need to buy that boat. God damn it. I could have made it all the way there. Oh, let's go look at this thing. Okay, it is nothing. Ooh. This is a small spring and pleasant counterpoint to the bare rock of this area. The runoff forms a small creek running down to the river to the south. You take a drink and turn away. As you do, you notice you have company. You've been drinking at someone's watering hole. We'll let them go. I saw some cats up here. Many cats. Save. Let's go. There's a tunnel into the rock not far north of the lake. There are campfires at the entrance, and smoke rises into the still air of the cavern. 2 groups of Nephilim sentries are camped not far from the entrance. Nephilim are far more dangerous than Nephilim, and if you can manage it, avoiding them might be wise. I kind of wanted to see how tough they would actually be. Secret. You found an abandoned encampment. Supplies are scattered about, but there is nobody here. There are a few worn backpacks by the fire pit. They don't look empty. One leather rucksack contains a gourd filled with black gooey substance. You take it. Other than that, you find moldy dried fish and a few crude stone knives. Nothing worth taking. Then as you start to leave the cavern, you find that the campsite's owners have returned. They're armed, filthy brigands, and they don't care for anyone who tries to take what they worked so hard to steal. They react to your intrusion with intense violence. But I can just avoid them. At some point not long ago, a large group of humans or humanoids camped here. Now only a scattered bonfire and broken knife remains. Well, I was going to end the episode here after having gone through that town. But you know what? Let's go see how difficult these Nephilim actually are, just for future reference. Group of Nephilim guards here standing guard. Nephilim are a different breed of Nephilim, larger, sterile, and far more prone to violence. The moment they see you, they attack. Nephars. Okay, so I probably want to take out the archers. Yeah, these guys... No, I don't actually want to do that. I want to get up here. Okay, that didn't work so well. And I missed. I should have dazed them first. Alright. Well, that was pathetic. I must be much tougher, well, at least in this area. Much tougher in this area than I had thought. Get in here. Now there's a spiritist there, so let's go see what that guy does. Rather annoyingly... Now wait a minute. You're supposed to be ensnared. There we go. Okay, I thought I missed that one. Okay. Well, those guys were mildly tougher. I could probably just go in here. I actually hadn't meant to go in here just yet. I just want to get close. You're at the entrance to a large fortress, laboriously carved out of the inside of this hill. It is populated with the Nephirim, the larger cousins of the Nephilim. From here, you can see a stone wall defended by massive closed iron gates. On the other side, guards, lots of them. This fort is clearly well defended, and a quick, easy entry isn't going to be possible here. If you can't find another way in, you're in for a big fight. As you poke around outside the Nephirim fortress, you notice that an odd, discolored chunk of stone pokes out from a nearby wall. Intriguing. Well, just in case, because I want to buff up here. Okay. Now, that's probably not going to last very long at all. The trash repository for the entire fort is just below. Trash, filth, and rats are everywhere. Mushrooms grow happily in the mess. Needless to say, the stench is horrible. We're not out of combat? Oh. A vapor rat. I want none of that. Let's go see what's over here. Nothing. Well, all my goodies wore off. Save again. There is another entrance here. Okay, let's not go there just yet. Let's look around this corner. Holy crap, how... Avoid the kitties, Ren. There's a thin human in ratty clothes hiding in its cavern. When you come into sight, he charges at you, blade drawn. Then he sees that you aren't a Nephar. He lowers his sword. Apologies, I'm tired, hungry, hunted. I'm Ren, a soldier of Korta. What are you doing here? I was a soldier in the Katra militia, however I'm pronouncing it. Then a bunch of us got captured. I got away, and I've been trying to figure out how to escape, or how to rescue the others before the kitties finish them off. I can rescue them. Thank the gods, you must do it soon. The kitties won't keep them around for long. I know where they are, but there's that stupid portcullis, and the guards, too. Where are they being held? This big portcullis down the tunnel, near a crumbling wall, old and rusty, so it's usually kept open. It's due west from here, you can't miss it. The others are being held in the building just on the other side. I'd slip in, but the place is full of Nephirim, even their chief. He pauses to think. How do I get past the guards? First off, there's lots of them. Mostly around the front gate, a few in the big open area, and a bunch outside the prisoners' cells. Problem is getting to them without getting seen. I think I saw a way into the cells, but besides, they're always watching. A secret way? Into the building. Just past the gate, the east wall is crumbling. It'd be great if there was another way to get into the cells without being seen, but if there is, I haven't found yet. Oh, be careful around that crypt. Great, a crypt. Where is it? Down the tunnel to the other side of the portcullis. I have a bad feeling about that place. I'd stay clear. Okay, what do you know about the Nephirim? The kitties, they're weird. They're like Nephilim, but they're like Nephilim, have Nephilim mothers, but something makes some of them come out bigger and meaner. A bunch of them have come here to live alone. I don't know why, it doesn't matter anyway. There are lots of them, always on guard. How watchful are they? Be really careful. You'd have to keep out of the way, whatever you do. One of them lays eyes on you, and you'll have lots of problems. Okay, stay here for now. Done. Seems like that's all I'm good for. So, should I go through this secret way? Not so secret way? Or should I go down this way, which seemed to be what he was implying? Okay, that's a door there. It is probably going to be watched. Time to buff. That should probably be enough. Archers, Nephar. Okay, probably just take the warrior then. Actually, could I get up here? That. I could, but it's not very effective. Okay, let's take out that archer then. I will come here. Or hell, let's just use that and screw with it. That was pretty good. She wasn't even looking and she did that. Is that wine? No. Damn. 'Cause I need some of that too. Giant lizard. No problem. Can't reach the target. Damn it. Problem. Can I use my bow? I sure can. You can stay there, and you can try and take a shot. A lot of lizards. Unfortunately. Damn. Well, I probably actually don't want you there. I want you to wait so that you can get here and shoot at the lizard. I will take that. Well, these guys are really only mildly tougher, so I think I can just go through and clear this place right now. What is that up here? Ale and a whip. Nefar, archer, take the archer first. Switch your weapon, please. Okay, there's another one up there. I missed. It's always fun. I missed again. I really need to fix that. Huh. And apparently I see them or something. So, this area over here, this sneaky area, was being watched or wasn't? I don't know. Oh! Well, I guess I just went ahead and opened that. Fine. Can I make it in there? Or am I going to get slowed? One way to find out. Damn it! Time for a buff. I really shouldn't waste my time with that. I think it would just be better to use like my pushback spells. These guys are pretty much pushovers. Except that I can't. This altar is old and worn, and the air around it is icy cold. Being near it makes you extremely uncomfortable. There's a long, beautiful dagger on the altar, its luster only slightly diminished by the brown stains. I will leave it alone because I did not mean to touch it. I will wait to touch it. Very nice. I will wait to touch that altar, because whenever I touch altars, it tends to mean that there are demons. Or imps, at least. Okay, let's take that beautiful dagger. Take the... Oh, what? I can't now? Are you kidding? There we go, take it. You now have a lovely dagger, obviously quite valuable. As you admire it, though, you begin to feel a hostile presence in the room. Then the presence takes on a physical form. As you turn to face it, the chill from the altar starts to affect you. You feel very slow. Oh, that's cheap. And these are cave demons. Very interesting. I wonder if a haste spell would dispel that. Ooh, these guys are tougher. These guys are tougher. Okay, protection spell time. Sure does. Okay, this might not be such a great idea. Oh, damn it. And it doesn't help that I miss. Can I get here and use that? I can, but it's not going to be terribly great. Does a smite do much? Sort of. I've got a bunch of wands I need to start using, and I am taking a lot of frickin' damage. Speed potion. Got rid of him. Now that speed potion, unfortunately, did not give me enough action points to really be useful. I could use that. No, we'll save that for sure. And I missed? Okay. Core blessing, let's try that, so we do more damage. I doubt this is going to be effective. Immune. Okay. I am flanking him. Am I not getting a bonus for that? That's ridiculous. Let's heal. All this. Icy Rain is fairly effective there. Again, I'm not using my... Oh, good grief. You're kidding me, Aldous. Cordelia needs it. Thank you. Can't get to him. And I missed. And I missed. I don't think fire is going to be effective against a cave demon. Oh, it is. What a pleasant surprise. There. Okie dokie. Time to do a bit of healing. That wasn't so bad. I already checked that. Secret button. Ah, prisoners. This dark, cramped, dirty room contains several humans, all in rags and almost starving. They're overjoyed to see you. They ask you questions about the situation outside, focusing on whether there are guards between them and the hidden tunnels. Then they pull makeshift clubs out from under their filthy sleeping pads and make a run for it. Fantastic. This cabinet contains a number of implements that are used by the Nephirim to inflict pain. It's an unpleasant assortment. You also find a bronze key hanging from a peg inside the door, and you take it. Okay. I'm gonna go out this way real quick and see if I can tell him about the prisoners. You do know that I rescued the prisoners, don't you? He sighs. Nobody tells me anything. Many thanks to you. I'm sure I'll be sure to tell people how much you've helped us. Now at last I can get out of here. Hooray! My reputation has improved. I am somewhat liked, still. Okay, let's go down here. Javelins. Steel javelins. You may take that one steel javelin. I don't like the look of that. Now we'll take that shield to sell. I'm going to wait to go down there. That is the ominous crypt. There are Nephirim on the other side of this door, a lot of them. Even the thick cave wood can't hide the sound of their boisterous carousing. Though they are now distracted enough to not hear your approach, they would doubtless notice you the moment you open the door. Well, isn't that kind of the point? Oh, somebody saw me. This one. I missed? Okay, well, we'll just go melee on him. Could she reach from there? Oh, please don't go that way. What the fuck are you doing? Get in. Anything on the ground? Hooray! Vakar split tail. Save. Use this opportunity to get protection. I'm gonna need it. That is Herm split tail. Okay. Now if I get in here and I summon a pet, it's gonna put it right there. I just know it. Could I actually... No! Damn it! Double clicking, fucking god damn it. Wow, so this guy didn't even seem to care. This assassination stuff is fun. Scroll of lightning. And the cave would go, which is actually worth a lot more than the armor crap thing that I picked up. Read the scrolls. You improve your knowledge of curing. Scroll of domination. Ah, I apparently aroused people. Not in that way. What the Okay. Spell of recovery. Mass curing. Okay. Well, I may as well just go ahead and take out everyone I can find. Which, apparently is not something I'm capable of doing. You know what, let's go ahead and use a crude javelin. And I missed, of course I did. Ow. She's immobile, that's okay, she doesn't need to be mobile. And we'll get rid of that javelin. Okay. Oh, that didn't get that guy done. That, and an iron javelin. I'll suit you up with that. Okay, these are going to the junk bag. And another speed potion. Quick save. Ah! How the hell did I just walk in there like that? Nothing else. So there is a little switch over there that I kind of missed. And once again, I'm able to just walk in here. Everyone's like, who are you guys? What the? Well, this makes a lot of sense. We're just fighting through the windows, I guess. Oops. Well, I didn't mean to turn the wheel. Okay. Can we stop right now? So this is now open. Let's go push this button. And it leads to another button, which leads to another button. Those are stone blocks. Oh. Back way, and back way. Ooh, many more secrets. What is that? Oh, no. Button. Another back way. Wow. Oh, hello. You guys will have to stay out of this one for now. Okay. Wine. I need that. I didn't realize there were so many back ways. What is down here? A shovel. And more stone blocks. You know what? I'm gonna take those. Picks, shovels, I don't need them. Ah, that's where I could have gotten more of those. I'm going to come back here and pick up these stone blocks, just in case. And let's make sure we finish off this corner. Giant frickin' rats. A fierce rat. Let's make sure we give it what for. Excellent. Okay, we haven't quite cleared out everything yet. There's still the main dining hall area thing. Let's save. Everyone gets a buff. And here we go. Chief Are. You are dead, sir. The chieftain of the Nephirim has seen you. He is a huge and brutal specimen. Most of the fur on his face and chest has been burnt off, leaving hideous scars. He points at you and lets out a long, blood-curdling yowl. Our intruders, humans, coming for their friends. Take them, split-tail warriors. Let us live. Okay, now that is annoying. And I missed. That's even more annoying. Okay, who's gonna take off? Well, you know what? do I want to do here? Actually, okay. You come in here, and then you will use this in that direction. Which knocks everyone back. And I really should have leveled her up before doing this, but oh well. Don't do that. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to kill off all of these other guys here. Kind of wasting something like that, but we'll keep the pressure here. Actually, I moved a giant spider. All this, I guess, could have used a little bit of heat. Did we really miss that? Are you kidding me? Nope, not pre-spell, sorry. All this could use just a little bit of healing. Even now, more than ever, because we've got some problems. You know what? I'm gonna cure myself here. I could use a bit of healing, actually. Jeez. Alright, healing potion time. That poison does do a bit of damage, but not so much that it's really necessary that I get rid of it. Yeah, anyway. Stop healing yourself, you son of a bitch. Wow. Okay. This guy's getting to be just a little tough. Got a lot of defense anyway. Doesn't really hit very hard, but he's got a lot of defense. Parried that. It's the first time I've actually seen that from one of my characters. I am proud. Oh, come on. Damn it. Oh, this is bad news. Okay, but seriously? There. Momentum gauntlets. +1 to quick action, +1 to lethal blow. Well, I will take them. And apparently my inventory is completely full. Do you need those? Could she use them, though? No. And what is he using? Just regular... But he's not a sword mage, though, so... Platinum ring And another healing potion. Who used her? Varian did. So, that was it? Okay, fine, we'll cure that. Take those to turn in. Just a bunch of bones otherwise. I already found, okay. So, that leaves the crypt. Demons beware, keep out. Let's just take a peek. The sign says there are runes of malachite set into the black rock. You don't understand any of them. Lots of skulls in the design, though. Oh, let's go in. Crypt demons. I should have used, some stuff. Wow. What did it just do to me? Acid? Okay. And I should have got... Oh, well. This is going to be, one of those things. Speed. And I couldn't get in there. I think I want to cure myself of that. And I'm going to go summon a creature. A skeleton. Who's that? This might be a tad tougher than I had expected. Oh yes, let's move in, and that way I can use this. And yes, I want to use let's use. Do you think that's gonna work? Let's give it a try. Poison resisted. Okay, these demons are tough. I can't even hit the fuckers. And my skeleton is just dicking around out there. How wonderful. Okie dokie. These guys are just a bit tough. Let's not do this. Instead, let's end the episode. I'll see you guys next time.